Yo, YouTube. Yeah, I just want to close out my work earlier today. I do have the static website up running on BB Code 101, GitHub.io, static Angular. A couple of things I learned when you're generating the site, they have this new SSR type that you can optionally use in Angular. Let me make sure I have that terminology. Yeah, server side rendering. But then they also have another option which is coupled to it when you're creating Angular projects, which I think it's static SS static site generation, maybe SSG. Static site generation, yeah. So I thought it was safe to run SSG static site generation and then the SSR server side. Oh man, too many acronyms here. Server side rendering together, and it kind of is, but the problem is when you're targeting these GitHub pages, like I am, it's it's publishing from the root, which is here, which has browser server, third party, and routes JSON. That's for the static site. These are files related to the SSR. Um, I don't want these. I actually want the files that are in the browser root. So I changed my publish location to publish from the browser, and in the code that looks like this: npx angular CLI gh pages directory dist and then slash browser, and that pretty much fixed it. Um, the other thing, I had to change my email, but that's the thing with me that shouldn't hit anybody else. It's a GitHub thing for my branded streaming account here. So yeah, it looks pretty good. What I think I might do real quick is just try this again so you guys can see what I'm talking about from the start. So I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna actually, why don't I start from here again? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna wipe this site out. Delete. And hopefully that won't take forever. It did not, thank goodness. Alright, cool. Now we're gonna do ng new bb Coden v2, and I'm a SAS fan, so I'm gonna choose that. And this is what I was talking about. Do you want to enable server-side rendering and static site generation? In my case, I wanted SSG, but I didn't want SSR. Documentation online said it's okay to use both. It probably is, but for the case of what I'm doing here, it's not. So I'm just gonna say no this time and see what happens. Kind of giving up my SSG there, but I can probably add it in manually. I just have to find whatever dependencies are there and add those. But for now, I'm going to try to make this easy and just do a build deploy. Alright, so got to wait for my site to build there. There we go. Let's do, and is it npm start? I don't know why I always forget this. I'm rusty. This is why I do stuff like this. Start, npm run start. That's another thing, like sometimes you have to put run in front of these commands and other times you don't. Oh, and you also want to be in the right directory. That helps. Let's try npm start. See, there you go. See, I didn't actually have to put run start, but because it doesn't work all the time, I consider it a best practice to put run start. go. Clicky. And there it is. All right, cool. So the site works. Now let's try another deployment to a new repo. So for that, I think we're gonna have to go back over here to the early command. Try that one first, and we're gonna put my info here. I'll show you in a minute. And then the repository, I'm going to create a new repository so you can see from the very beginning static Angular 2. Okay. All right, there's that, and now I have a dist folder. It's got browser in it. So that's kind of surprising. I did expect my dist to not have to specify the browser directory again, but it looks like I'm still going to have to do it. Maybe that's because I'm not using the static site rendering stuff. I'm not really sure. Alright, so there's my build, and then BB Codin v2. I'm reading that as BB COD environment 2. Let's go back. Browser. Oh, failed to get remote. Oh, I haven't initialized anything yet. Let's see. Let's reinitialize. So status. Okay. So we need to do that origin master stuff to create that remote connection to GitHub. Where are ya? Here we go. So you need this kind of a command. I'm gonna build that into my little necessary scripts. Username, part of that command. And repository name, I'm gonna give it a new one, and I believe it will just create it if it doesn't exist. There, remote add origin. Okay, and then let's try git push. I have a feeling that's not going to work. Yeah, that's actually what I often get at work right there. Repository. Okay, so maybe there's something that does create it if I push, but in this case it's not working. I'm not sure why, so I'm just going to go ahead and create it in GitHub. Okay, it is created, so I'm going to try that again. There. And the code is pushed. You can see, there it is. You got to go over here to pages, and the pages are not there yet, so we're still missing that command. Let's find that command. Should be this one. And actually, that's the command I had earlier but it failed because I had not done the GitHub stuff. So I just put that command lower in the scripts. And let's take a look. There it is. So now GitHub Pages is there, and the branch is GitHub Pages that's created automatically by these packages that I'm the scripts that I'm running with the packages. So if I go over here and I switch over to my GitHub Pages branch, I can see the pages or the publish that I just did. And then if I go over here, I back to Pages, and I open up this, then it should show up here. Now it might take a minute. It did take a minute on some of my previous attempts here. Okay, no resource, fellow resource. But we do have GitHub Pages there. We saw that there's code in there. There should be an index HTML. There is, and it's got a title. So that's all good so far. Then we've got a few other things there. Let's try it again. Okay, not working yet, and it might take a couple minutes. Site is live, deployed a minute ago. Come back. All right, let's give it a minute off screen. I'm gonna come back over here and start my website just to make sure everything should be working, at least on local. Yeah, we're good on local. And my publish command was from browser. We did verify the index HTML. And in fact, let's take a look at, this should say hello blah. Yeah, your app is running. So that part is hidden in here somewhere. I don't see hello blah. Let's see if we can find it. This references polyfills, shouldn't be in there. JS. Hello. Yeah, there it is. Hello blah title. Okay, and I am seeing, I'm not getting the website yet. I do see the code. And let's take a look at the output in case there's an error. Where do I grab this? There it is. 404 created, uploading, cloning into cleaning, fetch, copy, adding, successfully published. Okay, looks good. Let's see if there's something else maybe in my settings that I missed. It might just be taking a while. So it looks, everything looks good. But the other site was working. I think this will work. I think it's just being slow. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work, since we do have the index HTML. We verified the main JS file has content in it with the hello whatever in there. And I do see that on GitHub as well. Let's see right here. Hello, our title. So I'm going to leave it there. I think this is successful. It's just I'm going to let it run maybe for an hour or something and try it. Take a look at it in the morning. But that should do it. Cool, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to try this again with React.